What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're going to talk about something extremely important. If you are a free-to-play player, if you don't spend a lot of money in this game, this video might change your experience with Marvel Strike Force and it might allow you to get some additional rewards, especially for Dark Dimension 6. It's going to be extremely important that you follow this advice, in my opinion, at least in my opinion. I think this is going to be massive for free-to-play players in order to get the most benefit of the upcoming Nova event. So in this video we are going to talk about how free-to-play players should do the Nova event, how you should organize your roster exactly for this specific event, and then why is this going to be so important. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content and make sure to smash that like button. Before we start, I just want to let you know that we are going to be uploading a lot of videos on the next 2 days, next 2 to 3 days. So make sure you check out the channel every day, because you might have like 2 or 3 videos per day, just because of all the things that are going on in the game. We're going to do the Nova trials. We're going to unlock Nova. We're going to test Nova in different game modes. We're going to have full guides on the Nova trials for the lower brackets and also for the higher brackets. So make sure you pay attention to the channel, because once again we have tons of videos coming on the next few days. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about the situation of the Nova trials. So if you go in game, we already have the event going on for the Nova. So you go right here, Nova Scourge starts in 22 hours. And we'll be live on Twitch, we'll be live on YouTube. We're gonna do all of this, and then yes, we'll be having additional videos on top of that. That's why you should check out the channel, because sometimes if you don't click on the live stream, YouTube is not going to recommend you the normal video. That's why I say it's so important to check out the channel daily. But when you take a look at the Nova event, there is some very important information that a lot of people are ignoring, but it's gonna be game changer. It's definitely gonna be game changer. And it's going to be very important for you in the future of MSF. So when you take a look at the rewards, now you can get a 3 stars Nova for free, but you can also get a 4 stars Nova for free based on all the milestones. So if you are able to get 1.35 million points on this Nova Scourge, you're going to get for free a 4-star Nova. Now is when the problems start, and of course, once again, we're gonna have videos on how you get 1.3 million, and then you're gonna do a run like 3 million plus, in case you want to complete this event. You shouldn't, by the way, you shouldn't. Okay, so look at this. Do you see something strange here? Yes, we see something strange here. We have the gear tier 18 on the milestones. We have the gear tier 18 on the milestones. You know what this means? That if you are a free-to-play player, if you don't spend money on this game, you should not try to maximize your Nova, because you are getting a 4 stars for free. Then on top of that, we also have the rewards. Now we are taking a look at the calculations. If you are at 750, you are still going to be able, if you are at top 3000, you are still going to be able to get a 6-star Nova. So with this in mind, if you want to not only get Nova, but if you want to jump the meta and get started in Dark Dimension 6 as fast as possible, you don't want to get a lot of points here. You literally don't want to get a lot of points here, because you can do this multiple times. We have seen with the Scourge for Morgan Le Fay, we have seen for Archangel, Rogue, Red Hulk. They are going to show up multiple times, and Nova is the first character of the next 1-year-long event for Mephisto. If you guys don't know, Mephisto is coming to the game. Nova is going to be the first step into that journey. So the same way that we have multiple trials or multiple scourges for Morgan Le Fay, we're also going to have multiple trials or scourges for Nova. If you are free to play, once again, if you are free to play, if you don't spend any money in this game, you should keep your Nova as small as possible, so every time that this event repeats, you can collect these additional Gear Tier 17 and Gear Tier 18 rewards. It's so massive. It's just so massive. The difference in stats is huge. We just take a look at a new video from marvelstrikeforce.com where they are equipping gear tier 18 on characters. Just press the equip and look at the massive amount of stats. We are taking a look at 20% direct stats, and this is without including the pieces on the specific slot of the gear. Just the pressing of the change of the gear, 20% extra stats. It's insane. It's literally insane. And this is why, once again, if you are a free-to-play player, you should keep your legendary characters like Nova and upcoming legendaries as small as possible, so you can do as often as possible their scourges or trials and so on. As you can see, the amount of stats you get is just massive. So it's not only about Dark Dimension 6, it's also about being able to compete in the game, and make sure you prioritize the characters that are important to keep up with the meta. So you want to prioritize your Cosmic Crucible characters, some of your War characters, and some of your Raid characters. Okay, so if you want to know which characters I recommend for Dark Dimension 6, we already have a video about that. It has already 3,000 views in one day, so you can see that is pretty legit. And that will allow you to be able to obtain Super Scroll. So Super Scroll is going to be like Dormammu, and then we'll have Mephisto that will be like Apocalypse. So this is the future of Marvel Strike Force. We are going to get like 2 super legendary characters per year, which I think is great. Okay, so beyond that, once again, pay attention to the rewards. Don't try to maximize the event if you are free to play. If you have the right Azure weight, if you have the right setup for your team, if you have the right hybrid team, you are still going to be able to use Nova to its full extent, because Nova is such a powerful character. It's actually mind-blowing. A lot of people are sleeping on how powerful Nova is. And yes, you can use Nova together with Red Hulk, because Red Hulk applies the battlefield effect to the enemies, but Nova applies to your own team. So you can have 2 battlefield effects from your own team active at the same time, and he benefits so many characters. He's going to be amazing with Dormammu, with Apocalypse, with Morgan Le Fay, with Dr. Octopus, with Nick Fury. This guy is just going to be such a game changer because how much flexibility he brings to the game. He also has a turn 1 stun that flips positive effects on the enemies on multiple targets. There are tons and tons of abilities that yeah, make this guy quite incredible. And not only that, he also has the stats to back it up. If you saw from the video of MSF, he had almost as much stats as Apocalypse himself, which is quite amazing. And that Apocalypse had 5 red stars, not 4 red stars. But yeah, guys, once again, I think if you are free to play, if you are a light spender, if you really don't like to spend a lot in mobile games, I think this is the way of doing it. Nova gets like additional 4,000 resistance, additional 1,000 focus. So even if you have him at low yellow stars, he's still going to perform very, very well. So once again, I think it's going to be a great move for you to get your Nova as small as possible. You still want to unlock him at 4 stars, but beyond that, just get the bare minimum to also get some additional red stars for him. So let's see. So you can get 4 red stars all the way up to top 6%, and 3 red stars. 3 red stars is like the sweet spot for this guy. So that's all the way to the top 15%. If you are free to play, if you are within that bracket, I think it's very, very recommended for you to avoid getting as many yellow stars and red stars as possible, so you can get the extra Gear Tier 17 and Gear Tier 18 from the Nova trials that we're gonna start tomorrow. So once again, make sure you check out the channel tomorrow for the Nova trials. Once again, you're gonna be unlocking him at 4 stars and so on. And look at that, we already have the calendar for the Nova trials. So character shards for Kang, for Titania, for Moonstone, and for Absorbing Man. Very, very interesting. Calendars of May and so on. Let's keep all of these. Dark Dimension 6 rewards, and this is going to be throughout the next month. So pay attention to that as well, as we are getting closer and closer of this new journey in Marvel Strike Force. So let's just close this. And yeah, guys, that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, make sure you share this information with your friends, as I think it's going to be extremely important, especially if you are a free-to-play player, especially if they are light spenders and so on. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. I'll catch you guys later.